And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Check 53. I got it.
On first down, Jones. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Check 53. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Alert flat. Alert flat. Fair.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Under 10.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Rebuff. Patch it. Twist on travel. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
No score after one on EA Sports.
And that's 90 Wolf. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Check 9. 6-6. Pull it high. Look. Squeeze. Go. Motion to the backfield. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike. 5.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Minshew sets to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 receptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's got it now. A loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jets have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now we're going to get a timeout here called. By the defense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Watch the out.
General West.
Check three. Back.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Oh, what a juke into space. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler, an even 90 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Three down. I got 15. Me.
Now Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
No.
Smooth.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check.
Topper. And
Check 91 is
clear.
Mike
5.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Minshew, 1st and 10. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
So don't say nothing. Ready?
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Five.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Go.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
I got 11. Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Yeah, he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th and goal.
They come out here in the eye. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Switch.
Hey, lock it. Go.
Here's Bowman. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you.
They've got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin, 98 yards. And his guys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do it? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Voyagers 21, Jets 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, high 7.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, exit.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Widerson's got it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tight end right. 3 down.
Hey, echo.
It'll be Minshew again. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go. First down and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
On the ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
At the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
91 is the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Check that.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sua Cravens in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
Bravo.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
94.
91 is the mic.
Hey, Delta.
Defense, get on the field, defense.
Defense.
Throwing on 2nd down. Minshew. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watch the safety creep. Slam.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Pilot, 64, win.
Check 3. Time go. Check.
Look at me, zipper. Shoot.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Down. 8, read.
54, right, 54. Here we go, here we go. Sponge, sponge, sponge. Let's go.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 7, Minshew, and he finds Tyler Kroft. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey.
Motion. 91 is the mic. Coming. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Rock it. Snap.
Back to throw here. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
What's the curl?
Now.
91 is the mic. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Hey, wahoo.
Deep, tighten up.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Come on.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Ready?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
132 fighter.
Show it up. Show it up.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line.
Long day offense. It's going to be a long day.
Shoot.
Now on 2nd and 13. Minshew under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Tyus Bowser racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Protein spill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot, and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Orbit.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Let go.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Jones to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Brian Purr. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Touchdown, baby.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 36.
From the gun, Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, box truck. Now.
Looking to throw. Jones. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And the grab by Croft. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Here's Minshew. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Mike spot
throwing, Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go. Let's hit this ball back for the offense.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sewer Cravens in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Hey, dude. Go.
Motion, motion. Check, check, check. Shift. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Ready, go.
I'm coming up to the
Yes.
Let's go, D.
Go.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Speed dribble.
He's back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Two-jet bomber. Bravo.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tyus Bowser in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
91 is the Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Twist, watch the twist. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 91.
Hey.
On 4th down, Minshew. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sewer Cravens. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they give this time to the tailback. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 24, check 24.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Check 52.
Switch.
Hey, Sam off. Yep, on the ball. Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
218, chop.
That's going to be a long day.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Joker.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And tack on some more points for the Steelers, extending their lead. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me I'm a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. More was wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the hand, let the signs of it start. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge.